Hey, are you there a little bit? You're free now, right? Good evening, Megan. It's pretty late right now, so if you have business with me, I'd appreciate if you could keep it short. Wow, I see you're just as cold and abrupt as ever. Sorry, I don't mean to come off as rude, but I was literally just about to go to bed. That's a surprise. It's often said that there's no rest for the poor, but I guess you must have reached some extreme level of poverty that you completely ran out of things to do. Oh, listen to me, Megan. I thought I made this pretty clear before, but we're not nearly as poor as you seem to think we are. I have no idea where you get this stuff from. Where do I get it from? Isn't it obvious? All it takes is one look at the dilapidated heap of junk you call a house to know you're not exactly affluent. I'd have to be blind or mentally handicapped to think you had money. I made this clear before as well, but it obviously went straight in one ear and out the other. We're currently having a new house built on some land we bought, which is why we're temporarily renting out this dilapidated heap of junk, as you call it. My husband and I decided there was no sense in splashing out on something fancy when we're only going to be here for a couple of months at best, which is why we looked for stuff on the lower end of the market. If that's true, then you should tell me where this house you're supposedly having built is, like I've been asking you all this time. I'd believe you in a heartbeat if you could prove what you're saying, but you refuse to tell me anything, no matter what. What's the point? Telling you wouldn't make any difference. You'd only come up with another way to be a perpetual thorn in my side, so I'm not gonna bother. What on earth are you talking about, dear? Come on, just tell me. No. In any case, there's no way you'd be able to get there anyway. How do you know I wouldn't be able to get there without even telling me? Oh dear, you sure can be dense sometimes. I have no interest in telling you in the first place. Excuse me? No, you'll have to excuse me. I'm gonna sleep now. Hey, I'm not done speaking to you. I can barely keep my eyes open. I think you must be sending me to sleep. I couldn't continue this conversation even if I wanted to. Good night. Wow, you can be so boring. But I guess you are a poverty-stricken loser with nothing to do. I guess it's only normal you'd end up being boring living a life like yours. You know what? I'll be kind and let you off the hook because I pity you. See ya! Lilibet! So you know how you're a sad, poverty-stricken loser with nothing but free time? Well, I very kindly came up with something for you to do. What? I didn't need you to do that for me. And actually, I am super busy now, so please, you don't have to worry about me at all. But if you don't take this on now, I'll be in a very awkward situation. I'm counting on you, dearie. I'm not taking anything on from you. So, hey, listen to this. I'm going on holiday to Hawaii soon. I don't care. Whatever it is, I'm not helping you. Or rather, I literally can't, because like I just said, I am super busy. I told the kids they're staying over at your house, so I'm counting on you for the next week. Thanks, dearie. Wait, what? What did you just say? Oh, when you say kids, do you mean your kids? Of course, who else's kids would I mean? My husband's on the other side of the country on a solo work placement right now, and my folks live 6 hours away. So naturally, I'm going to rely on the person with the most free time on her hands. Except I don't have the most free time. In fact, I barely have any free time at all. Why would you go telling your kids something like that when I already told you I can't help you with anything? Why are you telling me this now? Last time we spoke, you told me you have so much free time that all you do is sleep. I so did not say that. Fine, if you're so busy, then tell me why. What exactly are you doing? I bet you won't tell me because it's secretly a big steaming pile of bull you came up with to get me off your back, right? I can read you like a book. I'm on holiday in the Maldives right now. Excuse me? The Maldives? Yep, a family holiday. Even if you were dumb enough to take your kids to our house, they wouldn't be able to stay there because we're not even in the country. Oh, I get it. There's a spa resort called the Maldives in the next city, right? I can't believe going to some cheap spa resort constitutes being in another country for you. You must be even poorer than I thought. Wrong. If you're only in the next city, I see absolutely no reason at all why my boys can't stay with you. No, like I just told you, you're wrong. Anyway, enough of this idle chit-chat. My darling angels will be arriving at your place shortly. No, I'm in the real Maldives, the tropical islands in the Indian Ocean, not some frickin' spa resort. You better hurry up and start driving home. No. I am being serious here, Megan. I am in the Maldives, the country. How many times do I have to say it? I promise you, there isn't going to be anyone there when they arrive. Hey, Chrissy, I am sorry to bug you like this. It's still morning for you there, right? Good morning? Oh, hey there, Lilibet. I'm surprised you're messaging me already when I only just waved you guys goodbye the other day. How's my favorite next-door neighbor doing? You and your family must be in the Maldives by now, right? How's it going? Is it as lush as it looked in the pictures you showed me? Yes, we arrived, thanks. I'm pleased to hear it. I hate to have to ask you this, and I promise I wouldn't be contacting you if there was any other way, but there is something of utmost urgency I need you to do for me. Oh, what is it, sweetie? Is everything all right? Are Megan's kids outside my house? Huh? Megan? Oh, you mean that annoying mom notorious for pulling that daycare trick? Yes. Hold on a sec, sweetie. I'll head out and take a look. Lilibet? Megan's kids were outside your house. Apparently they just got there when I went out to check. Wow, so she actually sent them? Ugh, I can't believe it. Don't worry, it's fine. I took them into my house for the time being. They're drinking soda and watching cartoons on the sofa. Thanks, I am so sorry to trouble you like this. It's fine, really. It's not like you could do anything from the other side of the world. What are you gonna do next? Don't worry, really. Everything's fine here. My husband's friends with Megan's husband, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to figure something out. Oh, really? Oh, I can't tell you how relieved I am to hear that. I can't thank you enough for this, Chrissy. Seriously, you're the best. If, by any chance, did Megan make you the target of that awful daycare trick of hers? Yes, it would appear so. For some reason, she seems to think the fact that me and my husband aren't filthy, stinking rich somehow makes us poverty-stricken scrap heap dwellers. Don't ask me how, but it seems like she convinced herself that I'm so poor that I couldn't possibly have any duties or responsibilities, which, in her mind, naturally makes me the perfect candidate to look after her brats on a moment's notice. Did you tell her you're currently having a new house built? I did tell her, but she's convinced I'm lying because I didn't want to tell her the address, so we're kind of at a stalemate. Right, I see. You have a point. If she got wind of your new address, I get the feeling she'd do a 180 and convince herself you and your husband were loaded, and constantly be pestering you for cash. I know, right? In any case, leave the kids to me. Luckily, it's my husband's day off, and he just messaged Megan's husband. Thanks so much, Chrissy. You really are a star. I'll keep you updated. As soon as I know anything, you will too. Please, I'm counting on you. Thank you so much. Megan, apparently Chrissy, my next-door neighbor, is watching your kids at her place. She told me her husband messaged yours. So I'd appreciate it if you could keep all contact regarding this whole situation between you guys and not message me any further. I wouldn't understand what was going on anyway because, like I said before, I'm in the Maldives. Megan, my messages are on red, so I expect you to see this one too. It would appear your husband is ignoring Chrissy's husband's messages, but I really think it'd be best for everyone if you got back to him ASAP and got this whole situation resolved. She tells me there's a huge fuss going on over there right now due to all the things they found out about you after you dumped your kids on her and jetted off to Hawaii. The longer you let this ridiculous farce go on, the worse the consequences will be. Yo, Lilibet! Welcome home, dearie. I'll be arriving at the station soon, so I'll stop by on the way back home to pick the kids up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, all those jumbled, incoherent messages you spammed me with while I was on holiday in Hawaii? What the heck was all that about? Have you been drinking? Did you seriously think I was gonna panic and rush home after you threatened me like that? I get you must have been desperate to dodge the responsibility of looking after my kids, but was there really any need to get aggressive? You're so sad and tragic. You'll be pleased to know I enjoyed Hawaii to the fullest for the entire week, just as planned. I'll be at your place in 30 minutes or so be a darling and get the boys ready to come home. Lilibet, what the hell is going on here? There's a looking for new tenants signboard up outside your house? Lilibet, do not ignore my calls, you insolent wench! What in the devil's name are you playing at? Welcome home, Megan. Where are my children? I'm sure you could tell from looking at the place, but they're not there. How could you be so irresponsible? Irresponsible? I made it pretty clear I wouldn't be looking after them, did I not? Just because you were on a day out at a spa resort in the next city is no reason for you to not look after my children. Did I ever tell you I was at a spa resort? Did I? Even once? I made it abundantly clear we were in the Maldives. There was no way a sad, pitiable, poverty-stricken loser like you could ever afford a vacation to the Maldives. Not in a million years. Hurry up and give me my children back, now. I suggest you ask your husband about where the kids are. Excuse me? I already told you my Harry is living away on the other side of the country for a work placement right now. Good grief. If you take a good look at the messages you ignored while you were enjoying your time in Hawaii, you'll probably get a good idea of the gravity of the mess you're in. Mess? What are you talking about? If your husband's away, who did you go to Hawaii with? Huh? Let me guess. Is it someone you'd be in heaps of trouble for if your husband found out? It is, isn't it, Megan? That's why you've been sequentially dumping your kids on practically everyone you know for the last few months, isn't it, Megan? So you two could meet up without anyone finding out. What? No. That's not true at all. All right, great. In that case, how about you message Harry and see if he can tell you what's going on with the kids? Really? Wait, are you saying my husband has the boys? He does as far as I last heard. What comes next is for you guys to work out between the two of you, so I'm hereby officially dropping out of this absurd situation. My work here is done. I am washing my hands of you. Good luck and goodbye. Lilibet, where the hell did you run off to? Give me the address of your new house at once. Huh? My husband divorced me because you wouldn't keep your goddamn mouth shut and look after my boys. How dare you? Ugh! He found out about the affair and now his lawyer is demanding I pay exorbitant amounts of compensation. Harry took custody of the boys, too. My life is being turned upside down and it's all your damn fault. I knew that I'd never be able to sleep again unless I let you know how furious I am with you directly to your wretched, ugly face. So I waited outside the entrance to the school. I thought your kid was supposed to be going to, so I could ambush him and make him tell me where you live. I waited almost 4 hours, but he didn't show up at all. What the hell is going on? Explain yourself now. Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm probably never going to see you again, so I may as well tell you. Our new house is not in the USA. Huh? What? Remember I told you we were having a new house built before? Well, that house is in another country. Huh? Why would you move abroad? We originally planned to move abroad due to my husband's work circumstances, and we figured it'd make the most sense to time it with little Kenny moving up to elementary school to minimize the burden on him. But my husband's work transfer got delayed by an entire year, giving us a huge amount of time to plan, so we figured we may as well have a house built while we waited. Our recent trip to the Maldives wasn't strictly just a vacation. We actually stopped off there on the way to a different country, which will not be named, to take our first look at our brand new house in person. And why didn't you tell me any of this? I had a right to know. On what planet do you have a right to know any of my private business? I didn't tell anyone except my friends and family. You might technically be an acquaintance of mine due to the fact our boys were in the same class at kindergarten, but beyond that, you're nothing but a stranger. I mean, come on, Megan. We've barely ever even spoken. The idea that I'd go telling you about the intimate details of my private life is ridiculous. You're horrible! I don't need to hear that from the kind of lunatic who tries to dump her kids on me out of the blue without my permission while completely ignoring my protests. Do you have any idea how desperate my situation is right now? My husband divorced me and stole my children. Not only that, but my boyfriend broke up with me. You see, my husband isn't the only one demanding compensation. My boyfriend's partner found out too. And now she wants money from him. He flipped out and kicked me out of his house the moment he found out. I even got disowned by my own parents. My own parents, Lilibet. Do you have any idea how that feels? Not my problem. Please, how could you be so cold? What am I supposed to do now? I feel so hopeless. Huh? Sorry, Pumpkin, but since this has absolutely nothing to do with me, I'm a head off now. No, wait, please! At least hear me out first. You could at least let me share my troubles and give me a shoulder to cry on, couldn't you? I'm seriously in a bad spot right now. Lilibet, please! Good grief. I wonder why the hell that deranged woman thought I'd have any interest in listening to her worries and giving her a shoulder to cry on after she caused me and my neighbor the mother of all inconveniences. Despite the fact we were never even friends to begin with. Her behavior was inexplicable right till the very end. As for what happened next, I heard this from Chrissy, who, by the way, I would like to thank for being so amazing throughout this whole thing. Thanks, babe. You're the best. Anyway, I digress. It turns out Megan, having almost no money left at all, was forced to move into the smallest, most beat-up heap of junk apartment in the whole city. Isn't that a sweet irony? Apparently, it doesn't even have a bathtub. I'm told there's a bathhouse nearby, but there's an entrance fee, which, as things stand, she can't afford. Now, having not showered in at least a month, her transformation into a grimy cave troll emanating a smell so noxious and putrescent that passers-by have to pinch their noses just to survive the encounter is officially complete. Astonishingly, she actually managed to land herself a job, but less surprisingly, was fired during the first week due to her unique odor. Rumor has it that by this point, she's pretty close to being homeless. Hey there, Lucy. Just wanted to let you know that I was going to go to the store today since it's a triple points day. I'm probably going to come home with a lot of food, okay? Sounds good to me, Tanya. Would you mind getting me some ice cream while you're there, too? You want me to add some ice cream to the grocery list? I wish you would have said something before. Actually, now that you mentioned, make sure you get the ice cream, some potato chips, those little sweet rolls they sell at the bakery, and also a slice of chocolate cake while you're at it. Hold on a second, Lucy. I was already planning on buying quite a bit of stuff at the store today. I only have so many bags, and I'm sure that whatever I get is already going to be really heavy. Okay, I literally don't remember asking about any of that. What's the point you're trying to make here? Well, I'm just saying that if you wrote all of this down on the list beforehand, it might be different. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything you just asked for on top of the stuff that I was already going to get, you see? You have got to be kidding me. Please tell me this is your idea of a joke. I might be able to get some ice cream, but if you're really craving desserts that much, you might be better off just going to the corner store and getting yourself something. I can pay you back for whatever you get for yourself when I get back home, so go ahead and pick out something nice for yourself, okay? I honestly can't believe that I am being talked back to by the help. Since when do maids give their masters orders? Excuse me? I really don't know what you mean by all that, Lucy. I mean that you're my dad's wife, which is basically just another word for maid, and I'm his daughter. That means that you have to do whatever I tell you to do as well. So don't go thinking you can tell me what to do and what you can and can't buy. I really don't get where this attitude of yours has been coming from lately. You never acted like this at all before your dad and I got married, you know? Well, that's because when it was just Dad and I, the housework never got done, and I figured you for the sap who would marry him and clean up for us. Lucy, please tell me that you're not serious about this. Is that really how you feel about me? Of course it is, you good-for-nothing maid. Don't think that just because I told my dad that I didn't mind if you married him that it meant I liked you or anything.
Hey there, Tanya. Just wanted to let you know that I'm finally done with work for the day. I remember you telling me that you were going to the grocery store. Are you still there?
Hey there, Rick. I'm actually still at the store right now, but I'm standing in line to pay.
Oh, I see. You said it was their triple points day, right? Does that mean there were a lot of people buying groceries today?
Just a bit. There certainly were more people than I was expecting, but it wasn't so bad. It just makes me glad that I didn't take the car down here. That would have been a mess trying to get out.
Oh, I see. Did you bike down there instead? Maybe I can try and get home right around when you would so I can help you bring some bags in.
You don't need to worry about that. I brought enough bags for me to be able to carry, so I think I'll manage.
Oh, well, okay. If you're sure about that then, just don't push yourself too hard. I'll see you at home then. Love you.
Thanks, hun. I love you too.
Lucy, are you there? I have some really bad news.
Oh, Dad, did you get off work already? What's the matter? What's the bad news?
Well, it's Tanya. She's been in a traffic accident and was hit by a car. An ambulance has already arrived to where she was hit and they're taking her to the hospital right now.
Whoa, what? Are you serious? Did Tanya really get hit by a car?
That's right. She was on her way home from the grocery store when some drunk driver ran into her. I guess Tanya must have handed her phone to a passerby because I got a call from her to tell me about this, only it wasn't her. So anyways, I'm going to Central Hospital to go see her. You're old enough to take care of yourself at the house, so just wait there. There might be phone calls coming to the house about this, so I just wanted you to know.
Got it. I guess I'll hold down the fort and answer the phone if any calls do come.
Of course. And I have one more thing to ask of you. If you could call around to Tanya's relative and let them know what happened and explain that I'm with her at the hospital, I'd really appreciate it.
You got it, Dad. You can count on me. Hey, Tanya, are you there? I heard all about what happened from my dad a little bit ago. So you were hit by a car on your way back from the supermarket? I guess that means that all the snacks that I told you to buy for me went flying into the air on impact, huh? You really are a useless maid, do you know that? I mean, I ask you to do one little thing for me, and you go and get yourself hit by a car? Someone really needs to teach you a lesson in responsibility. Hello, I'm talking to you here. Aren't you going to say anything to me? You better make sure to buy everything that I asked you to get for me before you get back home from the hospital. Oh, right. Also, my dad asked me to call your family and tell them what happened to you. But that's such a pain in the butt, so I'll do it, but you're going to have to pay me $100 a month on top of allowance. Got it? Anyways, if you don't want me to tell Dad to divorce you right now, you better get out of the hospital and come home right this second. You useless old maid. You have seriously got some nerve treating me like this, you know that? I fell asleep texting you last night, and now I wake up and I see that you've read all of my messages. So does that mean that you smartened up and finally came from the hospital then? Because Grandma is here and she's making me breakfast, you know. You can't even be here to do the most basic duties of a maid. And I don't want to hear any kind of excuses about how much pain you're in or anything like that. That would just make me think that you got into this accident as an excuse to try and get out of doing your job. Hey, are you even home yet? Because if you're not here doing your duty, then what is even the point of you being married to my dad? I guess this means I'll just have to think of something to do with you then.
Hey, Lucy. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't have any clubs after school today, right? Are you just coming home at the normal time?
Oh, Dad, aren't you still at work? What are you doing texting me while you're still on the clock?
Well, actually, I took the day off work and I'm at the hospital with Tanya right now.
You are? Why in the world would you take off work just to be with her?
I've been with Tanya here at the hospital since yesterday. I've stopped by home this morning to get her something that she needs while here, but that's it.
Is that why Grandma showed up to take care of me?
Yeah. I called her and told her that I wouldn't be home for a little bit and asked for her help.
But are you sure that Tanya's even that hurt? Like, are you sure she's not just over-exaggerating her injuries?
You think Tanya is just being dramatic about this? Lucy, are you serious?
I just mean that it can't be all that bad getting hit by a drunk driver, right? She probably just has a couple scratches, but I don't think she'd need to be hospitalized. Besides, don't you think it's bad that this woman who is trying to become my new so-called mother is just lying in a bed doing nothing to take care of me right now? She's basically making Grandma step in and do all the work that she should be doing. Dad, I'm sorry, but I really think it's high time that you and Tanya get a divorce. This is just getting ridiculous. I mean, surely, with the amount of money you make, we could just hire a normal maid, right?
Lucy, I just really don't think that I can handle you anymore.
What is that supposed to mean? I don't understand, Dad. Is something wrong?
I just mean that I saw the messages you were sending Tanya last night. I saw the messages that you'd been sending her for a while.
But Wait, what do you mean by that? Wait, no, Dad, you really don't get it. This is all just a big mistake.
There's no mistake. And I think you know exactly what you've been doing. You sent some horrible messages to Tanya, and I just don't know what to say to you.
Were they really that bad? I was just trying to tell her how I really felt about her.
Look, Lucy, I know that even though Tanya and I are married, that you really never thought of her as your new mom. And that's fine. I was never going to force that. I just hoped that would happen over time. But I just can't believe the kind of things that you were saying to her. I mean, you literally kept calling her a maid. I'm sorry, but I just can't let this kind of behavior slide without doing something. Especially when it's coming from my own daughter.
Wait, no, Dad, you can't be serious about this. What are you trying to do? I was just trying to set Tanya straight for not doing her job like she was supposed to.
I'm afraid that I might just have to kick you out when you turn 18. By the way, Tanya still hasn't woken up. She's still unconscious.
Hold on a second. You're going to kick me out of the house? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
The doctor said she hit her head in the accident and her whole body is covered in injuries. I can't believe the woman I love has ended up like this. I don't even know what to think. I'm crushed. It feels like I have nothing.
But that's not true, Dad. You have me. You're never alone.
You think that's what I want to hear from you right now? We're probably glad that this happened. I was just starting to move past the fact your mom had cheated on me, but I need some space now.
What do you mean you need space, Dad?
I mean, you're going to go and live with your grandma for the time being. Do you understand me?
You can't really mean that. You're really going to send me to live with Grandma?
That's right. She's already agreed to do this. I told her all about what's happened.
You mean that you're really going to choose your wife over your own child? You can't be serious.
It isn't even much of a choice, really. One of you is fighting for their life after just going out to shop for us. Meanwhile, you were demanding that she leave the hospital that she could bring you ice cream and chips.
Please, Dad, don't do this to me.
I want you to pack your things up by tomorrow night, because then you and Grandma are going back to her place.
Hey there, Rick. I just wanted to let you know that I got on the train okay.
Ah, good. I was wondering when I would be hearing from you.
I think that my things are supposed to be delivered sometime this afternoon.
Well, that's good to hear. Hopefully nothing bad happens with that. By the way, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, thanks for asking. It's hard to believe that it's been a whole month since I left the hospital. I know that it's going to take some time to build my strength back up, but I didn't think it would be this hard.
Right. Well, you just rest up and take it easy. Things will come with time. I'll meet you at the station when you arrive. Just shoot me a message.
Got it. Will do. And Rick, can I ask something?
Of course you can, Tanya. What's on your mind?
Are you really sure that you made the right choice with Lucy? I mean, you didn't even tell her that you got a new job or that we were going to be moving. Are you sure you want to do this without even saying a word to her?
I'm sure about it. Part of me really does want to go and talk to her in person, but my mom says that Lucy is still working through things and that she's going to need some time.
Oh, really? Is everything okay? Do you know?
I guess she is still blaming you for all of this, and my grandma is trying to work on explaining to her how none of this is your fault. She's sending her to therapy so that she can get a better hold of her emotions.
Well, if you really think that it's best, then I trust you, Rick.
Thanks for understanding. I am talking with my mom about Tanya a lot and always trying to follow whatever she's up to.
Right. I just hope that one day we can all put this behind us in the future and get along. It's been a few months since I got on the train to move to our new home. I was worried that I wasn't going to have a complete recovery, but it seems like I was able to get over the accident without any lasting effects. It's actually been quite a while since Rick and I have talked about going to talk to Lucy. Years, in fact. Her high school graduation is actually tomorrow. Last week, Rick got a message from Lucy asking if he would like to be there to watch her graduate. He talked it over with his mom, and she told him that Lucy had made great progress with her therapy. Rick asked if I could come along too, and Lucy said of course. So we've just finished packing our bags and are going to see Lucy tomorrow.